Security.
Attention, Twitter staff.
Hey, it's Jesus.
Please give me your full attention. After my recent ultimatum, those who could come to work but did not come to work, their resignations have been accepted. It has been determined that those of you who remain have the potential for greatness. All Twitter offices will soon be locked down and your passes disabled. Now, it is time to separate the weak from the hardcore. Resignation accepted.
Get some news about your wife. Oh, to hell with my wife, Witcher. We've got bigger concerns. Such as? You've spent your life hunting monsters, but the truth is we're the monsters, Witcher. Look at us, cisgendered white males warming ourselves in front of a roaring fire while marginalised people are suffering. What are you jabbering about? I'm talking about ESG, Witcher. Social justice. Look at my men. They're all whiter than you, Witcher, and that's saying something. Now listen to me, Philip. It's not Philip anymore, Witcher. I'm Philippa now. The bloody Baroness. That's right, Witcher. I've gone trans. I don't even know what that means. It means I'm a biological male, Witcher, but I want to be more like a woman. Like Dandelion? Exactly, Witcher. I knew you'd understand. No. They double vaccinated me and gave me 5 booster shots. Look at the state of me. But I'd do it all again. This is what we have to do to protect people. They gave my buddy 13 shots. He's dead now.
You killed someone?
Wasn't me. But then I'm just getting warmed up. Now, who wants the first jab? And the rest of you, why aren't you wearing your masks?
Or any menstruating person in this country cannot make decisions over their own body.
Even limit their ability to get gender affirmation treatment in their state.
So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
And we will make America great again. God bless you. I love you.
One more is racist! One more What type?
This one's from Jeremy in Wisconsin. And it says, Toffee Brand Coffee is the best coffee in the world. Thanks for the grift.
Anyway, I'm going to find out who this quartering character is. And when I do, he's going to get a bit of the old ice troll treatment.
Went from loathing Brie Larson to being the unofficial #1 fan site.
You're kind of great. All right, so let's go here. Oh, people are in the chat like WF start the show. There's still 10 seconds up the intro.
I'm gonna let you.
Okay.
We just missed you. It's been a whole weekend.
Yeah, that's.
Stop! Ow!
Yep,
Sorry.
that's a black cat. Yep.
It's like, why are you insisting on being here if you're gonna bite me?
Yeah, going live. Okay, hi everybody. Happy Monday. Apparently, Luke just doesn't show up for work again. I mean,
see, I think you should make up a story like he's been kidnapped or something.
No, that's what you guys do. You guys do the Jeremy stuff. You said I was, I would never do that.
I didn't do that, but I just allowed other people to. I will say.
Oh, is that true? Okay.
I'm not that witty. I could never come up with Jeremy in just a second.
That's true. Gross.
No Luke today, though?
I don't know. He has the link. I don't know where he is. Apparently, he's got more important things to do than get paid.
Uh-oh.
Fine by me.
The boss is mad. Do you know how I wanted to quote tweet the...
I never sent him the link.
Stop.
No, I sent it. Go on.
Yeah, why didn't he show up? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to talk about it today, but the WNBA Pay Us What You Owe Us shirt, I wanted to tweet something about that, like at Jeremy, I'm going to wear this on Monday. But then I didn't actually it would be a total joke and I didn't want to start any drama about it.
People can be weird. Yeah. They'd be like, confirmed. Jeremy's been divorced for 2 years and he doesn't pay his staff.
Broke. He doesn't pay. Yeah. It was a chance to be funny, but then I was like, it's not actually worth potentially making everyone annoyed with me.
I wouldn't have cared. Oh, look. Oh my God. Are you ready for this?
No, I've never been.
I'm gonna sue your ass.
Are you getting married? Why are you wearing a suit?
Inflammatory, slanderous, libel. All right, I got my lawyer here, Leibowitz over here. All right.
Oh, a Jewish lawyer too, huh? I surrender.
For all the slander, saying I come in too late. I never come in too late.
I did admit. I said, "Oh, I forgot to send him the link."
Oh,
I still think Jeremy's but it's still Luke's fault.
Yeah. Look, nobody's ever accused Luke of coming late. All right. It's never happened.
Luke, explain your outfit. You're looking really formal today.
Oh, you almost gave him a compliment.
Everybody's getting sued.
Oh, interesting. That's why you have a lawyer.
I know where you bought that suit, Luke. I'd ease up on the Leibowitz talk.
I know that triggers someone here very, very strong.
I know, easy, Hannah Claire.
Jeremy's really sensitive these days. Oh, you need to blame me so you can keep your your reputation up. I understand, Jeremy.
Dare me. But sometimes you got to dress up for the job that you want, and
what job you currently want.
I am wearing shorts, and I did get this at a thrift store, so Jeremy is right.
I never said. I didn't out you.
I don't give a damn. I out myself.
Why you guys are ashamed of thrift stores?
$20 and it came with pants. It doesn't fit too well. Like
how much? You said 20?
$20, and it came with.
That's
pants
incredible.
Too. But it didn't come with the tie and then this thing and then the shirt. Yeah, but it just came just this and the pants. So,
you could probably spend another 30 and get it fitted. It's a little short, but no one's gonna notice.
I know, but I went to a fitter and they're like, "Oh, it's like $200-$300 to fit this thing," and I'm like, "Get out of here, you gosh darn freaking Cuban swindler!"
Yeah. Oh, he's Cuban too, huh?
I think he was a Puerto. I was like, "Nada, pendejo, nada." And I was like, "How dare you try to rip me off?" So I try to do that, but there's a lot of people just trying to rip you off. But yeah, the arms are definitely
usually they're what group of people, Hannah Claire?
Women.
Okay, I'd save. Good save.
No, it was a guy here, but yeah, I was like, "Oh, it's $20. I'll just put it on." And then it came with pants too, and it looks pretty cool because there's like little blue dots, so it's not like totally. It's not totally navy, but there's like little blue dots and like darker. Everything else is dark, but it's sort of like but you can't see it until you get close to it. So I really
like it. Blue's a little more casual too.
Yeah, I like it. It's it's different. It's not the usual microplastic free testicles on my shirt that I usually wear here. So you got to change it up a little bit. You gotta be a presenter. So
I see.
Stephen Colbert is out of a job, so I might as well.
I was wondering if that's the job you were going for.
It all makes sense now. Yeah, smart move.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Jimmy?
Tell me more about the
vaccine.
vaccine.
No, it's great.
Oh yeah,
it definitely is great for your balls, and it's great for reproductivity. It's great for the population of the world, and super great for cardiovascular health. I heard.
Oh, sorry. I'm Hannah Claire. Sorry, I talked over you. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, have you seen Jimmy Kimmel and all these other people crying about Colbert's show getting canceled?
They're not crying because of that. They're crying because they know they're next.
Yeah, that's what I think. And they're trying to be like, after he called out the network for the $16 million, whatever, it just seems so performative to me. They're trying to keep their late shows alive. We have too many late shows already, and none of them are that funny. I mean, I don't watch them, so maybe
the Democrats are now calling for an official investigation.
I know, I love it.
We can get into it. How was your guys' weekend? What did you guys do?
Oh, all I had. Go ahead, Hannah Claire.
Oh, I was just saying my weekend went by really fast. I feel like during the summer, you're trying to do so much. I just hung out with family for the most part. And my cats are actually insane right now. I don't know what's going on with them, but I'm considering, they're all indoor right now. I'm considering launching them into the wilderness. But I'm not.
I have considered similar things with.
They say pets are a perfect reflection of their owners.
I've heard that.
They're high energy, and I definitely don't think I am right now, but.
I have heard that. I had my little brother, well, I guess he's my brother-in-law technically, his high school graduation party at my house. So I had a bunch of there's nothing more I don't know if either one of you have been in a similar situation like a family birthday party or a graduation party, but I was looking at him and his group of friends, all great kids, right? Good kids. Okay. All in that great part of life where they can eat whatever they want, and they all have 6 packs, and they're all shirtless swimming in my pool. And I'm like,
you're like, close your eyes, wife. Close your eyes.
Yeah, no, she likes a full figured man. I was like, man, are all high school boys douchebags? I started thinking to myself, man, these kids are all douchebags. And I was like, but that's mean. I just think that's the normal high school boy default setting. You know what I mean?
Ways they go through, they have to try out different personalities a little bit.
I was like, man, none of these kids are ever getting laid. I said that to I think I said that to one of their moms. Yeah. I was like, man, they're just so cringe. She just laughed.
I think high schoolers, or for me, because my sister's
they're all good kids.
Middle schoolers.
Because I know some of their parents listen to the show.
You like them. You're just judging their children. And I think that's part of it.
Just teen boys.
Watching all of my younger siblings' friends throughout the ages, you want to look at them and be like, you've entered the like I'm in a band phase, or like, oh, you've entered this like I'm obsessed with this thing phase. Interesting. I wonder if
teen girls are probably like that. Like, I'm gonna go to Starbucks, and like I definitely remember being around that age, and all the girls were like that. Like, oh, I'm just useless without my Starbucks. I'm like, you're drinking 900 grams of sugar. You're gonna be fat.
They're
like,
or they get obsessed with like a word. Like I remember, I think when I was in middle school, it was like spaz. So everyone was a spaz. This like you were spazzing out with whatever it was, and you want to be like, please learn a different word. But you can't. This is canon. They have to go through these things.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't having a mentee bee, but they're all good kids. They were all very polite. They didn't leave a mess, which is shocking for like a dozen 18-year-old boys.
Were they the typical youths?
They were not YNs, if that's what you're asking.
They're not engineers.
Actually,
and doctors.
Some of them seem like one of the chicks that was here was getting a electrical engineering degree. I was like, okay, base, that was good.
Did you hang out with them, or were they kind of like occupying your pool and you were observing from afar?
Yeah, well, I tried to kind of like stay away from them, like, because who wants that old guy at their party,
You're a cool YouTuber. Come on.
No. But then they were like, hey, can we use your RC cars? And hey, can we do this? Hey, can we do that? So like, I kind of like made my way outside. And you know what? It was like 75 and sunny. And I had done all my chores and picked up all the dog poop. I was like, I want to go outside. Like, this is my house. So I just kind of chilled outside, and obviously I didn't really bother them, not interact with them. But
sounds like they're like interested in the stuff that you had. Like, sounds like good stuff to talk
who
about.
would it be? You're an 18-year-old boy. You got like a bunch of RC cars. You got an in-ground pool. You got, an arcade. I didn't care about the arcade.
Were they douche fluting?
Not a single douche flute. Not that I saw. Really I couldn't believe it. Yeah. They're all, and you know what? They were drinking water. Like almost all of them, even they were choosing water over soda. I was like, okay,
smart move.
Yeah, like they were making healthy decisions. They had like just sandwiches for lunch. I bought them pizza later because they stayed past when they were supposed to leave.
Like, always being the negative influence there.
Well, there's only so many places that deliver to my house, and it was like already. I'm like, how do you feed 10 18-year-olds? I'm not buying them steaks. So it's like you get pizza or McDonald's.
Beef liver. You should have buy them steak. You would have been really cool and hip with the young crowd if you brought off beef liver.
Yeah,
okay, guys, we're gonna get our shots of multivitamins naturally through.
Yeah, Luke, go down on there.
And raw beef liver. That's what I would do.
I would love to see Luke hosting a high school graduation party for boys. It would be.
I would have fun. They would have the best.
I think you'd have tactical training or something. Cool.
I would
also
have airsoft rifles, BB guns. Raw testicle, raw liver.
Yeah.
So it would have been, I would have had physical strengths of competition that would definitely, I would try to compete with, but I would probably hurt myself and injure myself in trying to do that. But yeah, my weekend was interesting. I just did poker with some of my friends here. I watched the UFC fight, which was really fun. Spent some time with some, close friends, which was really, really nice. I have to go to Poland though.
Why? For fun?
I had a loss in the family, so I have to go pay respects.
I'm so sorry.
To Poland, so I'm going to be leaving for Poland this week, actually. So I think next Monday.
You'll need some time off. Yeah, that's fine.
No, I could probably still do it because it's a 6-hour time difference. So right now
it'll be nighttime there. Yeah.
So it would be 8 p.m. So I could do 8 p.m. Monday. And 8 p.m. Wednesday, I'll just do it from my family's place. So
when was the last
I'm
time you were in
doing a
Poland?
meetup. Yeah, I'm sorry?
When was the last time you were in Poland?
Before the KUF.
Hmm.
So there's going to be a lot of contentious things happening between me and my family.
Oh, really?
Why?
Are they
the drama.
Are they branch Covidians?
No. But they're not in the healthiest of shape. And
maybe just give it a fucking rest.
Never,
Luke.
Hell no.
Already on your family side.
Yeah, just they're grieving. Give it a fucking rest for a few days.
We're gonna grieve with long walks, exercise, going to the gym, and eating healthy. All right.
No.
So
here's what you do. Every time you feel like you're going to open your mouth and be a douche, just text me and call me fat. Okay.
Can
Just-
I? Can I?
Yes.
I just need it out of my
Yes.
system.
Right.
I'm gonna
Just
call you.
He's gonna harass his family anyways, Jeremy.
yeah. Hey, I'm good. My ankle's back. I'm back on the treadmill today.
I'm gonna
So like,
spasm out.
yeah,
I'm gonna call
my
you sporadically. I'm gonna spasm out.
go ahead. I will do that for your family.
No, but there's there's some of them that are like not
Luke's
doing
that
the right
guy
thing.
at Thanksgiving. Like, actually, we're on stolen land.
I'm a little bit more confrontational.
I know you are.
I'm not passive aggressive. I'm just aggressive.
I watched this 2020 over the weekend where this.
I'm self-deporting myself since Trump's going to deport people who are critical of this one country in the Middle East. So might as well just get it over with now.
Moving to Poland full time?
Huh?
Have you ever considered moving back to Poland? Because I know,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you grew up in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Well, the Polish economy is actually doing really well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more economic opportunities now where even the Polish immigrants that went to Germany, they're like coming back into Poland because like there's no scholars and engineers there.
Well, yeah, they have a great border policy.
But now it's being tested, and now there's like huge political uprisings. There was a story of a young Polish woman that had a Latin American migrant just like literally torture her, stab her, like take a screwdriver to her eyeballs.
A local guy, you said?
No,
a native Latin American migrant. You know,
the prime minister is trying. There's a big scandal going on now that I'm probably going to investigate. I'm talking to some Polish politicians about going there and going to the border and doing some like on the ground reporting. And I'm doing a meetup in Gdańsk August 1st for my members of LukeUnfiltered.com. So if there's anyone listening in the Gdańsk area, come out and come hang out in Gdańsk.
Ah, that sounds very white.
It is.
Yeah, it's Poland.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff happened over the weekend. Really, I mean, we have some like segments. What was your biggest story from the weekend, Luke?
The tease of potentially an arrest of Barack Obama.
Yeah.
That probably won't happen.
No.
The dangling of accountability. The dangling and as much as I love the football sports ball team being renamed, right? As much as I love that and that just doesn't do it for me.
That's so dumb. That's such a red herring. I was like, come on, people, like have a little bit of. By the way, what do you make of Hannah Claire? What do you? I mean, I won't. I got kind of an angry text from somebody on Sunday. I haven't replied yet. I won't name them, but I think you two might be able to figure out who it is. But somebody put up this video, and I just wanted to get your guys' take on it. I just wanted to see. I don't want to weigh in on it, but I just want to know: are the walls closing in? Because it sounds like it's being reported by conservative media, trusted media with access to the White House, that the walls are closing in any second now, Luke and Hannah Claire.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now, I just want to get your reaction. Let me know if the walls are indeed closing in.
What's up, guys? This is not a drill. President Trump just posted.
It's not a drill.
Okay.
Not a drill.
This is real.
Brace yourself.
Everybody get ready. This is it. This is the time.
The video of Barack Obama getting put on his knees and arrested by the FBI inside of the White House as President Trump looks on, grinning. It's go time. Here we go.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he posted an AI meme that he stole from somebody on X. It's go time.
One, especially the president, is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
No one is above the law. Nobody is above.
So it's just a complete stolen meme. These are my favorite money-making techniques. Like, it just plays the whole thing uncut. And then, here we go. Just in case, here we go. Let's see if it's time.
This is obviously in reference to the Obamagate scandal that has blown up over the last couple of days. Trump's director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, releasing bombshell, smoking gun evidence that Barack Obama.
I know that they always release smoking gun evidence ahead of making arrest. Everybody knows that. The police always come out and say, yeah, the police first do a press release of all their evidence, and then they arrest them.
Yeah. It's a vicious conspiracy and tries to stage a coup against Donald Trump. It's all there. The facts are there. And now it's been referred to the DOJ for prosecution. Looks like Trump's ready to cook.
Guys, is it over?
It's on Pam Bondi's desk.
It's on Pam.
Look, we're using Gen Z slang.
Right next to the Epstein files. Yeah. He's ready to cook. The salt must flow. I know that in big criminal cases, especially when you're talking about arresting a former president, you usually just do a tweet. You usually just do you do a tweet and then you arrest them. That's contrary to what all the
and then you make your case, right?
Right. Yes, I forgot. That's what modern, like, Q is kind of back. Like the modern Q trusted plan. When I tell them, hey, they haven't released any of the Epstein files, people are like, well, they haven't released them because they're working on arrests. No, they're not.
The grand jury testimony, that's going to come out, right?
Oh, yes. The grand jury, the heavily redacted grand jury testimony, which will have no names in it.
Yeah. The liberal judge who covered it up in the first place is definitely now
Maureen Comey.
We need.
Yeah.
Hey, Maureen Comey got fired. Be nice to her.
Yeah. I mean, what do you make of this, Hannah Claire?
I just think a lot of this is like, I don't want to say the word pandering because that sounds too mean, but it's just,
Yes, it is. It's like copium.
Right. It's trying to give people the narrative they want. I would assume so that they feel as though you have inside information, or, it plays in some sort of perception. Either they're engaging with your content, or, they think you are somehow connected. This seems kind of ludicrous to me. It doesn't seem like it's worth promoting or spreading, because it just seems this is just the weirdest facet of modern news via social media, and I don't love it.
I think that someone got mad that I was kind of like, bruh, when it was like there were titles like Trump's about to release everything, and then somebody got butthurt about it, and then they put this out. I'm like, dude, Trump is not arresting guys. You heard it here first. Okay. Trump is not arresting Barack Obama. Okay. Just fucking stop listening to people that are telling you this nonsense. They hate you and they want people to think you're stupid. Donald Trump is not. Does anybody want to go against me on the panel here? Hannah Claire, Luke, do you think that Barack Obama is going to be brought to his knees by the FBI and on the world stage? Do you think that's a real thing?
I don't.
Hey, but at least we get memes, right?
Right, yeah. yeah.
At least we get meme videos. Shared.
Don't do anything, just own the left.
Yeah, we get, we have these little appetizers. Aren't you satiated with the appetizers, Jeremy? Aren't you satiated with
these aren't even appetizers. These are the amuse bouche. This is pre-appetizer. This is like what's so crazy is like
this is like them bringing you a wet towelette, and this is Benny Johnson eating it. Be like, it's so delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love this, guys. Oh, we're gonna eat so good. Look at this moist towelette that we have here. Oh yes. Oh, it's so scrumptious.
Yeah, it's to be fair, it's not just him. It's everybody in this like sector.
Yeah. No,
I'm
listen,
like,
I like Benny. I think Benny did some good stuff.
He has done great stuff. Yeah, I don't hate him personally.
Right. His interviews with like Kash Patel and all these other people, when we look back at them, they're important for what's happening right now.
Yes,
right?
Super important.
So let's give him credit where credit's due. But his premature celebration, I think is, might be a little bit more emotionally involved here rather than logically. I think it's okay to criticize that from a, content creator perspective here.
People are, by the way, in the comments like, Benny, I like you a lot and your content is awesome.
And I think there's a fine line here between what he wants to be true and what he knows people will click on. There's a fine line that he's walking.
Yeah.
And it's a blurred line, and we don't know where that line is. And if you don't like him, you're just going to say he's going to say whatever he wants to get clicks. And I think there's an argument for that. But I think there's a part of him that really wants this to be true as well.
I want it to be true too.
I want it to be true as well.
But people in the comments are like, I like your content, but it's genuinely hard to believe that you're getting any arrests for anyone in the Biden-Obama regime. You know, I wake up every morning to another bombshell revelation, yet no arrests. I mean, that is my energy.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of dumb people.
You can't be told trust the plan.
Yeah.
We're in a situation right now where we need legitimate action. And unless there's legitimate action, I don't want the words. I don't want the memes. I don't want the interviews. I don't want the Fox News explosive exclusives. I don't want the PR theater. I don't want the Instagram post. I don't want any of that. I want actual legitimate action and accountability. And you're not going to placate me by sending out a meme when in reality, Barack Obama should be arrested.
I think one of the challenges is that this rush to be the person with the bombshell, and I'm not like criticizing Benny specifically. There's a ton of people who do stuff like this. It makes it so the priority.
I've been guilty of it. I admit.
He's tried to be the first one to blow up all kinds of information, and therefore Jeremy recognizes game. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah, I do.
But I think the problem becomes instead of devoting time and resources, because, you know, Benny Johnson has a staff who probably helps him research this stuff, instead of finding brand new information, let's say in like a provision of the big, beautiful bill, it becomes about, my perception is SEO. Like, you know, people are wanting to see Obama arrested. You know, people are interested in some of these terms. And I can understand why you are interested in going down this route, but I wish that we were able to reward creators who find real revelations and don't just sort of feed the narrative that people want. And it's hard because ultimately you're dependent on the engagement from the audience. So if the audience doesn't want to hear about some boring bill, they want to hear about Obama arrested, then you might feel stuck as a creator. For me, it just makes me want to disengage from all of it. Like it makes me not want to hear about the Trump administration. And I think that fatigue is the thing that you want to fight going into midterms.
Well, that's the audience capture thing. Like, I thought Tim's video I knew Tim was going to cover it. And like Tim's video is far more like he uploads an AI video, but like I have like formal warning as somebody who has flown too close to the clickbait sun. Like, my brother, you have to like people are going to only see you say that the walls are. This is like the rights. I tweeted about this morning. This whole like bombshell revelation media, which is the kind of the binder people, what's gonna happen is they're not gonna be around in 2 years because people are gonna get really sick and tired of waiting for the meal. Like, they've already finished their appetizer. You can cover this and say he uploaded an AI video and Democrats are scared or something like that. But to act like, while the walls are closing in, like, this is just like the other video. Like, Trump says he's going to release it all. Like, he literally said, he said that Trump said release everything, which he did not say. He said release everything pertinent, which is nothing. Like, and it's only the grand jury testimony, which is not going to be. I don't want to just shit on Benny. I want to be very clear. This is not just Benny. This is the whole. I've muted more people this week than, like, I'm just over it. Like, they're going to cash out. Like, you can, what's this full saying? This is probably a saying of your people, Luke, right? You can shear a sheep a million times, but you can only slaughter it once, or something like that. Like,
yeah.
You can't keep saying that the walls are closing in. Otherwise, you're going to become a meme. And like, you can't be wrong 1,000 times and finally get it right and then say, see, I was right all along. Like,
it also seems like the walls closing in wouldn't just be President Trump. Like, he's a great guy. He does all kinds of stuff. But hypothetically, you know, people who would be investigating this stuff are probably in Congress. And we don't hear about that as much. The narrative always centers on Donald Trump is about to do something. And I just think that sort of shows you that it's more wishful thinking than factual study of the process that the government has available to itself.
Well, and that's driven home by the fact that their evidence for the walls closing in are that somebody on Donald Trump's staff stole a meme and uploaded it. Like Donald Trump didn't say anything. He just uploaded a meme. And it's the top story on the right today. I purposely was like, I'm not covering it. I'm not doing it. You know, it's easy content. By the way, huge shout out to Cashew.
It was my first story of the morning.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know you wouldn't have covered it.
And I think this is meant to dangle some meat in front of us so we don't talk about Epstein.
Yes, I know how you covered it, and that's different. Like I would have had to make it a little more sensational. I'm just like, I can't. By the way, thank you, Cashew1013. If you ever want to take a day and just watch us on Twitch, you can support the show for free. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can go to twitch.tv/thequartering and subscribe, and we get like $2 or $3 every month that you do that, and it adds up. So, and you also get shout out on the show. I want to say, I think these people said while we were gone, Chief Stack, MRK Reese, Janie, Dev Trek, Kess Ruluan, Steven, and Chrissy Yarns all subscribed while we were not watching. That's very cool.
Did you get a lot of subscribers last week?
I think, we got a couple hundred on Twitch, which was awesome. Like, all we need is like 2,000 of them to like cover our nut. To cover the staff.
Are you still on the other channel on the main one? I can't find it.
No, I'm on Quartering Live only right now. YouTube is kind of burying it a little bit, but we are uploading. We're up
on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll take some time, I think. I started publishing the shorts there too, or the clips there too now, so that'll help. I think there's like 400 people there watching right now. It's a little light for a normal Monday, but I shouted it out and stuff, so we'll do that. I do have kind of a segment. Yeah, just so we're clear, I love Benny. I think he's a great guy. He is just the biggest guy, and he's the embodiment of a lot of this, nonsense. Yeah, this reporting. I have this other story that you sent me. Dooby-dooby-doo. Hannah Claire, there it is. I wanted to get your guys' take. This is what you would call a mentee bee, I think, right? Like,
let me guess, Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
One word, mentee bee. Luke gets it immediately. It's like the best game ever. We would be really good at charades, I think.
Yeah. Right, just no connection whatsoever. Hunter Biden, correct. It's like 2 words, Hunter Biden. What the? Hold on a sec here. Why I can't find? Oh, here's a clip. I don't know why anybody's hold on, Hunter meltdown. Okay. Gotta get my segments marked off here. I'm a little behind the 8 ball. My wife is at the air show today. Yes, getting pizza without me while divorcing me, and so I had
Have
a
you
dual.
told her about this divorce rumor?
I keep her so shielded from the internet. She's like, when you and Luke talk, it's like a different language.
Yeah,
like
we were totally nerding out, and I was like, "Okay, let's talk privately when she's not around."
Yeah, we'll talk about something else.
Let's talk about normal stuff when she's around. I try to do it audible when she was there.
Yeah,
I like that though. Like that you should keep her shielded from the internet. That's true chivalry in the modern age.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Lone Rider 007 who went over to twitch.tv/recording and subscribed. Hunter's meltdown. I want to share this because he's got a big problem with the whites. Apparently.
Those evil white guys.
Evil, yeah. So here's Hunter Biden again, crash out. Again, if you're over 30, you are not allowed to use crash out. Okay. It is, in fact, it's generally a term for black people. Like it's a black person term. So unless you're a wankster or whatever they call them, just stay away from crash out. But here is Hunter Biden being interviewed. Do we know like by or who or what this interview is even from?
It was from. Hold on, I have the.
I've seen the content creator before, but his name kind of escapes me right now.
Mhm.
He's like a normie type of like independent content creator that does a lot of on the ground news. I'm sorry, I totally blanked.
Maybe I'll see him and I'll I haven't watched. I try to not watch the clips, So let's see here.
We sit here and we talk about the one guy because there's a clear legal path to being able to get him back. What about all those other people?
Who are they talking about? Abrego, Garcia, or something? Who are they talking about there?
I have no idea. I think it's News Channel 5. Is it News Channel 5?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Channel 5 News.
With Andrew Callaghan.
Yes. By the way, shout out to 12-inch meat stick. Sounds like a good snack. For subscribing on Twitch. Hopefully it's fresh, a fresh meat stick and not full of microplastics.
People, am I not supposed to feel for someone? Am I going to be like all these Democrats say, you have to talk about and realize that people are really upset about illegal immigration. Fuck you. How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned?
Oh, he did the thing!
Yep.
He did the thing! He literally did the Oh
He's
my!
exactly who you think he is, even when he's trying to be like the most progressive guy in the room.
An affluent liberal talking about how migrants need to do his dishes and clean his room.
Oh my God.
How do you think you got food on your fucking table? Who do you think washes your dishes?
What?
I'm going to tell you guys, no one washes my dishes but me.
Yeah, I wash my own dishes. Okay.
Did,
yeah, except I know ever since my wife left me, I wash my own dishes. Yeah.
Who do you think does your fucking garden? Who do you think is here by the fucking sheer fucking just grit and will that they figured out a way to get here because they thought that they could give themselves and their family a better chance?
It's really not that hard to get here. You apply for a student visa or a work visa, you walk in and you just don't show up when your visa's up. That's like a huge number of the illegals. People think that a lot of the illegals here are people that all like use a coyote and cross the border. No, a huge amount of them are here on student visas, work visas, all this other bullshit, and then they just never leave.
It's just amazing how out of touch Hunter Biden is. I mean, it's so clear he grew up hearing the narrative repeated over and over again and having no contact with anyone who's been impacted by the crime that illegal immigrants purport on the American citizens or have to deal with it in any way. Like, he has only ever talked to Democratic strategists about this who don't know what's going on.
Right.
He's somehow convinced all of us that these people are the fucking criminals. White men in America are 45 more times likely to commit a fucking violent crime than an immigrant. And the media says, well, you got David Axelrod and, Rahm fucking Emanuel. So fucking smart, Rahm Emanuel. He said, we got to understand that these people are really mad. And we got to appeal to these white voters. Rahm, the only people that fucking appealed to those fucking white voters was Joe Biden, 81 years old. And he got 81 million votes, and he did not because he appeased their fucking Trumpian sense, but because he challenged it. And he said, you can be an 81-year-old Catholic from fucking Scranton that doesn't understand it, but still has empathy for transgender people and immigrants. Then nobody said, oh.
Wait, I thought he did understand it. I feel like you'd probably want to understand something if you are going to pass laws on it. I don't know. Maybe
that's not a requirement for the Biden family. You know that.
That's true.
Joe Biden's going to turn us into a socialist state, no matter how much they said it. But these guys think that we need to run away from all values in order for us to lead. I say, fuck you. How are we getting those people back from fucking El Salvador? Because
we don't want them back. They have to stay there. This is so weird. He's so the prototypical millennial who read that one article in Vice magazine that says the swearing is associated with higher IQ. So they swear constantly. And
I think he thinks it's like common man too. Like, he's relatable, except he's describing to you like who will wash your dishes if it's not for illegal immigrants. Can't see the disconnect there.
What a weird, what do you, I guess like at least he's not like on, I don't know why I think this Channel 5 guy, he's like he does like on the ground stuff too, but he's also apparently a huge pussy because he didn't push back on his very racist comment about who's going to wash your dishes.
Yeah. It's very reminiscent of Kelly Osbourne on The View.
Yeah,
like saying this pretty much almost the same exact thing there. Next to other Latino people are like, wait, hold on, we're more than just your like foot rubbers and like
right.
On The
right.
View in that clip,
Like,
people caught it right
hotel
away.
cleaner.
Whereas like in this one, I don't know if it's unintentional, like just like I'm not going to interrupt Hunter's thought and just let him say whatever he's going to say, or if he, you know, sometimes there's a reason not to jump in because you get this crazy soundbite from Hunter. I don't know.
I guess sometimes you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he's saying it. And that the more skilled person, the veteran move is to just let them talk. And like, this is the guy that people on the left were like, you know, we have to be empathetic with him. We have to, I mean, did he or did he not lose his house in the wildfires?
I don't know.
I feel like there was some sort of question on whether or not he did or did not. That I could be wrong.
Okay, I don't know, but one time I was doing an interview with his baby mama, the one that has Navy, who was living in a different state, and he wouldn't acknowledge and didn't acknowledge her at all until the end. And she told this story, and she was a really sweet lady, and I think she really did have strong feelings for him. But she told this story about they were going back and forth on custody and child support and everything, and her Hunter had been like, let's just talk privately, you and me, and her lawyer had been like, don't go to this meeting, don't agree to anything he's going to say, just like stay away from him.
That's good advice.
And she went and had the conversation with him because she was like, well, I just really want him to be in my daughter's life. Like, obviously it's just like emotional attachment. And during the course of this conversation, he like basically got her to agree to drop everything. And I remember thinking like, this
they probably
guy
hooked up too.
I mean, who knows? But like, she wants so badly for him to be a good person for their child, and he just isn't. I mean, he is only in these things for himself. I don't know him personally, but there have been no stories about him that make him seem like a redemptive character. So the fact that he would jump at a chance to interview and be like, let's not even talk about my drug addiction or the fact that despite the fact that my father swore he would not pardon me, the one pardon he signed was mine. And I'm going to go here and talk about how Trump is bad and white men are bad and privileged in ways that I am pretending I am not.
Yeah, a lot of white guys got pardoned by the auto pen, I think.
Right. Joe Biden is known to be the champion of the white man. No, just this one. Just this one white man, Hunter.
He goes off in this interview and talks about how white men are 45 times more likely to commit violent crimes.
That's not true.
Than illegal immigrants.
Not per capita.
But I guess I'm kind of wondering if he got paid to do this interview. Maybe his paintings are probably not selling as well as they did during the Biden administration.
Yeah.
I think the Nelk Boys potentially also got paid for the big interview that they're just doing now. But
they're interviewing Hunter?
No, they're interviewing BB.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and they're getting and like people are just going crazy in the chat.
Oh my God! Why?
They're like, hey, how do you? And I saw the premiere of it, and like, how do you like the White House? Hey, you like fast food? No. You like Burger King? No way! Oh,
what kind of
like Burger King?
What kind of content creator would just meet with a foreign leader like Netanyahu? What kind of content creator would take some sort of meeting and just to obviously promote Netanyahu? I don't know. I couldn't even think of one. But apparently some content creators do take meetings with Bibi Netanyahu, knowing, first of all, I don't care if it was just a meet and greet and here's a butterscotch candy. You're automatically taking like a 15% hit to your credibility, whether you want to or not. That's not your choice. People are going to say, you met with these people. Now, I don't know anybody who would take a meeting with Bibi Netanyahu.
I wonder who you're talking about. I wonder.
I wouldn't, even as a group.
He doesn't know anyone.
I don't know anybody. Even as a group. I don't even know someone that would go as a group and meet with Bibi Netanyahu to sell a war with Iran.
Yeah. It's interesting to see the kind of podcast bros, because a lot of them are kind of speaking out here, but there's also like a big pushback against the Nelk Boys now. But we could talk about that in a separate segment. Let's talk
about that in another segment, because that's going to be spicy.
Well, there's a lot of reactions. I know. One of our panelists here has very strong convictions and views on that.
Yeah, I can't believe she didn't send me that story. Actually, yeah.
But I sent you another video in the private chat of Cori Booker kind of issuing the same sentiments as Kelly Osbourne and Hunter Biden, as he literally posted a video of migrants in the
hands that feed us. Yeah,
picking asparagus and then be like, "These are the hands that feed us. We see you.
my
We
God.
will fight to protect you."
Well, he's
And I'm
getting
like,
crushed at least. Now do cotton. Nice one, Luke. I'll give you a like for that.
Imagine them picking cotton and Cori
Yeah.
Booker being like, "Yes, more, please."
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, but who will clean it? But who will clean our toilets?
After Kelly Osbourne's fucking shitty ass.
Oh my God.
and dumps. I mean, imagine that fat horse Kelly Osbourne sitting on the toilet. Just eating
yeah,
Taco
you have to
Bell.
clean those up.
Just like her pipes exploding on this like porcelain freaking poor seat that she's giving it all on, and then Miguel, come in here. Look what I did. Clean up now.
Clean up the poo-poo. No ass poo-poo.
Chop. I figured it was a major one. You got a tough job ahead of you, Miguel. But if there's anyone for the job, it is you, Juan. It is you.
There's an episode of American Dad.
Cartoons of her sitting on the toilet, just destroying that toilet, and then breaking in the poor. There needs to be Freedom Tunes. The Irish Seamus dude. Free idea. I get 5%. Irish dude. Potato Head. Please make this video immediately.
Yeah, there's
I like that Luke is like screaming to a stream that I don't think Seamus is watching. I imagine Luke does this in his house. He's like, free idea. Where's Seamus when I need him?
Yeah. He stayed here at my place. And then I gave him a new liver.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Here. I got one for you. Here. Hold on. One of my all-time favorite shows. Also one of their best bits.
And we're here to clean the house? Buenos dias. I am Judy. La toilet. La toilet. No es poo-poo. Are you saying you would like me to clean the toilet? No es poo-poo. Dad better come home soon. Hang in there, sweetheart. Did you break my coffee maker? I don't know what you're talking about. Coffee maker. El burro por los coffee. I know what a coffee maker is. We weren't even in the kitchen. No dinero today. But we worked for 12 hours. You want me to call INS? You comprende that? Yeah, you do.
That's I get that same energy every time. I have to go upstairs and talk to my fish tank guy before he leaves.
My fish tank guy. Okay.
That's his drug dealer for spicy Cheetos and Doritos. That's his code name. He has a guy that I've seen walk into the room.
You met him. You know who he is.
Coca-Cola, Cheetos. He has a dealer for all of the worst stuff possible.
You met him, and you know what he said to me right after you left?
What?
He goes, hey, is that guy kind of eccentric? Because you had your hat on, and then you had your Burger King hat on top of it. Yes. I said, no, he's just, I said, he's been to Epstein Island. You guys, I'll be right back in 5 minutes.
True story.
You guys talk about this one.
No, oh man, don't get me started on this one. I think
love this one. Yeah. I think it's so funny. I mean, just the take of like, this league has never made money and you guys are demanding money. Fantastic. Also the fact that like women protesting is them getting shirts. I do this with my friends when we travel together. Like if we go to like Lake Tahoe or something, we all get t-shirts for it. Same energy, girl power always. What do you think of it, Luke?
Women, am I right?
I love it.
And entitled, privileged women that lose money but demand more of it. I just don't. I mean, people are like saying, "We'll boycott." I'm like, please do. I think
because that will help them make money to pay them. Sure, a boycott.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
They need to do the opposite. If you feel sympathetic for these women, you need to go buy tickets and all of the merch. If you think they're not making enough, it's probably your responsibility.
Yeah, and this is just very entitled, privileged, like insane type of thinking from people that are absolutely disillusioned with society and how finance and economics works, and it shows you the kind of predisposition of a lot of women that are more favorable towards liberal democratic tendencies because they more kind of represent the mother figure that just gives everything and is very caring and considerate, and they want them to take care of everything for them, instead of actually, playing along more at the father role figure where you got to do stuff, you got to actually work on stuff. There's a lot of different controversial opinions here. There's some people calling for these WNBA players, if they want to be paid, to open up OF pages, which I think is a little indecent.
A little far.
It's a little far of a take here to make here. But this just kind of shows you the kind of forced nonsense that a lot of us are inundated with every single day here, as this is truly something that people just don't want. Like, we do not want WNBAs. We don't want women's basketball. It's just not something we enjoy watching. Lower the rim. Give them a smaller basketball. Like, do something to make it more entertaining, because clearly it's not working.
I think we have to acknowledge that men and women compete in sports differently, and so therefore there are different results. I'm happy if you want to go to the WNBA and watch them play, but the market, the demand is smaller. The same way that in UFC, like, there are fewer weight classes for women because fewer women participate, and it's very different. When I used to watch UFC more regularly, you're not going to see very many like total knockouts unless it's in boxing. There's a lot more floor grappling with women. In this case with the WNBA, it feels like this is the continuing after effect of Title IX, requiring that you have just as many sports for women at the university level or at the professional level for at the university level, as you do for men when they go into professional sports, when it's not essentially subsidized by the government or by, people paying tuition. At the professional level, there isn't the same demand. It's dependent on the market. So when you saw, like, I remember, was it 2 years ago when Caitlin Clark, who's, obviously very talented, she plays well, when she was going into the WNBA in the draft, there were a couple other women who were getting a lot of attention, and people were super upset because they were making like $80,000 a year, whereas men, even, not top tier NBA players, make much, much more. But the market is totally different. How could you say it's not fair that we don't make the same amount when there aren't the same number of sponsorships? There aren't the same kinds of attendance. There's just not the same industry that the men have. Now, you can cry all day about whether it's fair or not, but you can't just out of nowhere be like, well, in school, there have to be the same number of female athletes as men, so that should apply in this other completely different aspect. I think there's sort of this warped perception because we have falsely inflated the number of female athletes at like the collegiate level.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not something I want to watch. I would never watch that. Like, I don't want to, no offense, but I don't want to watch women fighting either. Like, every time the UFC does it,
doesn't offend me, team. Don't worry about that.
I'm like, I literally just go on my phone. I'm like, oh, they're fighting. Because, you're right. They don't get knockouts. They don't have like the decisive moves. It's not as entertaining. It's not as good.
It's different,
as, like, and the regular guy.
Yeah. I think that's the hard thing. Like, I don't care. You can have your own league, but you can't say it's crazy that we're not making the same money. Like, it sets this really weird, unrealistic expectation. And I think this sort of spite campaign that a lot of female athletes are on is like, do you remember a couple of years ago, professional women's soccer had a similar complaint? They were saying, we have won more titles, but the men get paid so much more. But even though they are, winning more national, international titles, they never had the same kind of revenue. I mean, they don't sell tickets the same way. They don't sell merch the same way. They don't have the same kind of engagement. This question of like, there has to be money made in order to pay you more is realistic. I think this false, like, you're treating us differently because we're girls, kind of underscores the other stereotype about women, that they're bad at math, that they can't balance a budget. If there is no money to pay you more, then you have to find something else. And in the case of these female athletes, again, when the year that Caitlin Clark was recruited, a lot of the girls had huge social media followings. I mean, in some ways, they're able to profit off of their looks, off of fashion, off of whatever, off of that engagement that they get online more than most male athletes. So there is not perfect, but a somewhat of an advantage on the other playing field that most professional athletes also rely on in this day and age for income.
Yeah, you're right. Don't give them credit cards either. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, if you can't balance, if I'm worried about their checking accounts. This doesn't seem to make sense.
Yeah. The Babylon Bee has a very interesting headline saying, WNBA players demand to be paid what they're worth, and now they owe the NBA $400 million.
That's the thing. Like, if your sport is somewhat subsidized, then I would not raise a fuss. I get really tired, and I'm sure you do too, of the like female victim mentality. It's always the same thing, which is like men make more than us, 70 cents to every dollar, whatever, without looking critically at the balances. You can't have this generalized statement of pay us what you owe us if you aren't willing to say, why is our league not making the same amount of money? If women are constantly exiting the workforce to have children, and you guys can debate about whether or not that's good. I know some feminists feel as though it's a bad thing for women to raise their own children. Of course, that impacts overall the average amount of money women make. They don't talk about how in certain industries like nursing, women make more than men. It seems like we are just training women to say, if you can raise a public fuss about what you're being paid, then the world owes you something, but not actually asking them, how can you improve this industry with the resources that are available to you?
Yeah. According to Sports Pro and the Washington Post, as well as the AP, the WNBA is projected to lose around $50 million last year. $50 million hole.
And these girls are like, make it 100 million and give us some extra money.
Yeah, it's like, gives me money for what? Like
where does it come from?
Entitlement, leftist liberal type of thinking that sadly, more women are more kind of disposed to. But there's about 144 players in the WNBA. Mm-hmm. So I think they all owe about $350,000.
Loose coming to collect, guys.
If you want to pay us what they owe. My favorite stories are of all these like professional women's sports teams playing up against teenagers in their same sport and getting obliterated, like the soccer teams. I forgot exactly where this was here. I have a clip here from Family Guy that I think perfectly encompasses this. If Jeremy could stop playing with his little fish, then he could maybe.
He's busy. He's got a fish tank, guy.
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. Do you have production capabilities here?
Let me see if I can get
Did
it
he
up
give
for
you production capabilities to post stuff? Do you know?
I have some production stuff. Let me see if I can get.
I demand production stuff. I should have it.
No, clearly. You don't have to cover for Jeremy when he has fish tank issues. It's a whole nerve-wracking experience.
It's a very fishy situation. I'll just say that.
I will say the interesting aspect of all of this is, to me, just that like the female athletes who are making money are kind of staying quiet. And I'm thinking specifically of, I think her name is Olivia Dune. She's huge on social media, but she was an LSU gymnast. And at the collegiate level, when college athletes were allowed to profit off their own likeness, take sponsorships, things like that, she really made millions of dollars. I mean, she just tried to buy Babe Ruth's apartment in New York City. No, she isn't looking around at anyone being like, pay me what you owe me. It's just the women in this field that doesn't have the cash to pay them what they think they are owed.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because I know one of the players is talking about, we're going to sit out. And everyone,
because that's going to make you more money. Like, what are you talking about?
I think there's probably a secret conspiracy of all the NBA owners that are like, please sit out. Please. Like,
we're tired of this. We'd love for you to sit out.
Yeah, please. Can we stop losing money? Can we please stop having to pay for you guys to do this thing that is, I know the Trump administration is doing a lot of victories when it comes to women's sports. But in the grand scheme of things, I also kind of think that's kind of not as important in my opinion, to be quite honest with you. I mean, it's like Tucker Carlson talked about it being like a small little appetizer. And men shouldn't be in women's sports. But to play the devil's advocate, if we had LeBron James become a transgendered woman and go into the WNBA, I would watch that. I would for the first time ever, decide, yeah, I'll click it, I'll watch that. I'll definitely that's what I would make me watch. I don't know what would make you watch, but
well, I mean,
clearly.
the question is like if men watch men's sports, let's just call them sports, but like if men are the main consumer of the NFL, of the NHL, of the NBA, where are the women? It's like, I mean, you're not here when Melanie's on, but often when she and Jeremy talk about, we have just plunked a female superhero into a previously male-led franchise, and then we're surprised that women aren't showing up at the theater to watch it. I mean, in this case, why can the WNBA not cultivate a large female following? And if you're going to argue they have a female following, maybe that's a sign that there is just a natural cap to this market. I mean, the idea that, like, I don't know who they're trying to play.
Listen, if you want to reinvent the WNBA right now, I want 10% on this issue. If you want to reinvent the WNBA, you have them play against male high school teams, right? Male high school teams versus the WNBA teams. Who wins? I think that would be entertaining. And I mean, yeah.
Or go get a bunch of female viewers. Like if you want it to be all women, then you need to make the women watch the show. There's never been a, like, I mean, maybe there is, but like when you have the NFL, they make so much money. They're not concerned that a portion of their viewers is, or the smaller portion of their viewers is female. The WNBA needs to say who watches sports and how can we appeal to them. Otherwise, this idea that they're just like, for whatever reason, being blighted by people is kind of ridiculous to me. But I just think it just becomes this like I don't know. It feels like an excuse for being like not profitable. Oh, well, you guys aren't paying us what you owe us. Probably they just don't want to watch you, and there's no more money to ask for.
People in the chat are saying that the high school players will smoke the WNBA players. Yeah, that's the point. That's why I would watch this.
Then do we have to pay the high schoolers?
Yeah. If WNBA players had to play some of the top high school male teams, they would get obliterated, in my opinion. And that's why I would watch it, and it would be hilarious. And then it would be like those and one type of like mixtape videos where all the people are being like crossed over and getting dunked on. I would love to see that.
I'm going to try and pull up your video.
For like an episode or two, and then I would just go back to not watching sports ball, because I think sports ball is all bread and circuses and meant to distract us away from our true type of inner type of humanity that is being placated through these bread and circuses that are really meant to satiate our needs for tribal sports. For tribal.
Don't care. If people want to watch sports, I don't care about it. Everyone has things that they enjoy. Here's this video from Luke. Let me see.
This is great. This is perfect.
Let me see if I can play this without messing up Jeremy's volume.
We don't hear it.
Hang on one second.
No, we don't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
Okay. Then I cannot play it. Jeremy has not given me
when he comes
enough
back after
privileges.
his suspicious, very long absence.
What is a fish tank guy? Please explain. Like, he has a huge fish tank, or is it really? I mean, I know you're saying this is some sort of snack dealer after he barred dyes and seed oils from his house.
It's his diabetes dealer. It's the guy that sneaks snacks and high fructose corn syrup and all these other horrible things that Jeremy has a very serious addiction to. I tried. I did my best here. I was super annoying to him when I was there. And I guess that didn't. I mean, they tried for a little bit.
He told me you were annoying. He was like, Luke lectured me constantly.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, they tried to save face, and they're like, "Oh no, look, we're healthy. This is healthy. Look at this. Look. We're and you know."
There's nothing like having a house guest who you feel like is constantly judging your food. I'm sure that was fun for them.
It was.
Let me ask you this, just because I'm curious. You are very interested in nutrition and what goes into your food. When you go to Poland, is that something that is like some cultures, the way they eat is naturally kind of healthier? I don't want to say that exactly, but like, how does the Polish traditional cuisine compare to the way you like to eat?
I mean, I love Polish food. I mean, you got pierogies and you got all these like really amazing things like blood sausage. So like when you look at like Polish food, there's a reason we're known as grunts, because we do eat a lot of the grunt. We eat pig lard on bread, sourdough bread, pig lard, and pickles. That I'm dying to have that meal, because you can't get that meal in America. It's called Smilets, and it's something that I'm literally like falling asleep, and I'm like, gosh, I really want some of that Smilets. And then there's sourdough bread, like fresh made bread, is so much better than crap. So like in America, you would consider that like, oh no, you're so unhealthy. Well, that's predominantly because a lot of people are not getting the proper amount of fat and nutrition. Everything's non-fat. All the bread is all like just destroyed of any kind of life essence, filled with all these like crazy preservatives that give people eczema and disrupt their gut. There, it's like literal sourdough bread, which is good for your gut. There's high protein fats. You know, people have too much fat, and then that's not good. But I think that, you know, the average person doesn't get enough fat, and there's a lot of nutrients in that fat that I think is also really good for you. So I'm dying to, and I can't wait. As soon as I go to Poland, a bunch of pierogies, like little dumplings with like meat in them. I love that. A bunch of like sour cream. The Smilets, though, that's what I'm really kind of yearning for, because it's like this crazy like snack that I really love. Blood sausage is another one with like spicy mustard on it, on sourdough. I love that. So
it sounds like it'd be easy to be keto in Poland. Like sourdough is maybe not, but like there's lots of proteins. We do eat a lot of bread, and we do eat a lot of potatoes.
Fair.
So, I mean, you know.
Super. We're the original potato people. Some potato starved people try to pretend like they're the potato people, but we're the real potato people.
I'm not Irish enough to fight you on this. I'm just slightly Irish, but you know, I appreciate that this is something that people want to vie for, being the potato people.
Yeah, there's also cabbage rolls that are also really good. Like the cabbage meat rolls that they have in like this red sauce. It's so weird too. There's also a lot of like sauerkraut. So when you,
which is great.
You know, Dr. Sebi, who is this controversial figure who I believe was kind of assassinated and taken out, he always believed that people should eat the diet that their genetics are kind of predisposed to. And that's why he was such a big hit for the African American community, the Black community in America, because he was saying, you guys are sick because you guys aren't eating what, if you look at, the Black community in America, they're dealing with a lot of like diabetes, sickle cell, also a lot of like crazy other decisions from, poor choices like STDs and all this other. Like you look at the health of the average like Black person, it is crap. And he said that's because they're not used to eating what they were eating in Africa. In Africa, they ate a totally different diet that their genetics thrive off of. So I believe my people, we eat a lot of fish also in Poland because the majority of the country is Catholic. And a lot of the times we don't eat meat for religious reasons. There's more, I think, Catholic churches per capita in Poland than anywhere else in the world. And we're only building and expanding more. I think there's only like 1 or 2 mosques in Poland. So a lot of the times we eat a lot of fish. That's why I started my own like fish oil, because I don't trust the fish here in America. It's hard to trust fish because a lot of it is just filled with just nonsense and crap and like.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of supplements can be full of fillers, unfortunately. Some are great, but some are not so good.
No, I made sure to make sure mine aren't filled with fillers, and then we got them with sardines from small fish. So I think my genetics thrive off of pig lard, blood sausage.
What a fun claim.
Fish, sourdough, sauerkraut, and pickles. And that's the average. People are in the chat room talking about gołąbkis, which are these like Polish cabbage rolls with meat in them that are also really good, and potatoes. So I think
I was gonna say, I think there is something to the idea that your genetics and what your ancestral diet is impacts you. I know this is slightly different, but I had a family member who went to school in Scotland. My family is from Northern England, so basically the same area. And the climate, she said, really helped her skin. She felt like her skin was the healthiest it had ever been because it's just, not the same as other parts of the U.S. It's interesting. I mean, I don't know if you're interested in this, but I have read a fair amount about blood type diets, the idea that your blood type can give you an insight into what kinds of food you should be eating. But it wouldn't seem crazy to me that there would also be a genetic link to that. I have a story I was going to pull up for you if you're interested in this. I'm happy to keep talking about Polish cuisine because it sounds fascinating to me. But we are on, it's a special anniversary today. I'm sure you've already been aware of it. But if you're not, or for anyone in chat who's not, it is the 1 year anniversary of Biden leaving the presidential race. He dropped out. He put out one statement an hour or two later, nominated Kamala Harris. And it was sort of, July of last year was a very wild time in American politics. It was just over a week after the assassination attempt on President Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. There was the tremendous outpouring of patriotism and support at the RNC, which followed just days later. And then Biden, right when the RNC wrapped last year, announced that he would not run for president. There had been weeks of pressure because he had been disastrous in his debate against Donald Trump. Do you have any reflections 1 year later? Do you think that the DNC did a good thing by installing Kamala Harris and not having an open primary?
It was a little undemocratic, I would say. But yeah, I'm looking at what people are saying on Twitter. And then we have people saying 1 year ago today, Biden woke up at around 11 a.m. and was surprised to find out that he had dropped out of the race for re-election. I think that
was our impression.
Yeah, the letter was weird.
He didn't sign it, right? And people were like, is this not actually from him?
He did sign it, but people were questioning the signature because it looked weird. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was an auto pen. But this is why I think Hunter Biden came out today and released his interview. And in that interview, he specifically called out George Clooney. If you remember, about a year ago, it was George Clooney's op-ed that kind of spurred on this dropping out of Joe Biden from the presidential election. And it created a big stir. And I think that is what got the wheels moving to the point where the old man was kicked out. And I think he was kicked out without his permission, without his acknowledgement. I don't think he even knew what was going on. And they just replaced him. And I think that's why Hunter Biden is pissed off today, releasing the interview that he did. Now, finally, you're back. I'm going to go use the restroom.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was doing a coral trade.
I don't even believe you. I feel like this fish thing is fake and it's a cover.
No, I was doing a coral trade. So like if there's something really cool, you'll frag it out. Like coral will have multiple colonies. And then so you take like a little piece of yours and you trade someone for a little piece of theirs and you get like more unique corals.
Right.
And then you graft it onto your rock.
Marriages to keep the genetics, flowing and also the wealth in a certain community. I get you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, jeez. You're just leading right into that, huh?
What, you don't like how Europeans arrange marriages for their royal families? I'm sorry, that's part of history, Jeremy. Grow up.
Oh, I was more noticing the second part about saying keeping wealth into certain families.
What? That's how royal people did it. I don't know what you're talking about. Jeremy, just to catch you up, we did complain about women. You missed a very fun
talking about lots to complain about.
And then you also missed Luke and I talking about cuisine in Poland. So you're lost with your coral trades. But I brought this story up because it is the 1 year anniversary of Biden leaving the race last year. And I asked Luke what his take was on the impact on American politics, and also if the DNC had done a good thing by basically installing Kamala Harris after this.
Well, I mean, no, of course not. They didn't do a good thing. What are you talking about? I was like, wait, is it
the year that we've had?
Oh, okay. I wanted to read some of these. Let me read some of these super chats, and we're going to talk about the Nelk Boys.
Role of this show. Luke and I are. You're wrong.
By the way, you can always support the show. If you're a Twitch viewer and you happen to have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free on Twitch, and we get a couple bucks a month from that. On YouTube, we are not yet monetized on the new channel, so there's not much you can do there. But when it does get monetized, hopefully, you know, a bunch of people will,
I'm
become members there.
Chats here, it's just pretty hilarious.
This says, Tim's final graphics card says, I saw Luke at 7-Eleven near Tampa loading his van with a dozen Doritos and packs of Red Bull. When I confronted him about his unhealthy choices, he flipped me off and shouted, "Prove it." That does sound like how he reacts.
And I said another word after that. I was like, "Prove it,
bitch." Yeah, there we go. And then
they ordered some hot Cheetos in front of him and made direct eye contact.
I've never had hot Cheetos, and I don't have any interest in it. I do like Cheetos, but I haven't had them in a long time. Pinochet's helicopter tour says, according to the communist Democrats, there's no difference between men and women. Let them make it in the NBA. Dave Dorr says, there's a bar in Sacramento called the Dive Bar. At happy hour, a woman swims around in a giant water tank behind the bar in a mermaid outfit. Does Jeremy have the same dude in his fish tank at home? No. And that sounds like a weird gimmick that would be old after the first time I saw it.
Doesn't sound like it is. Sounds like they like this.
Like, are the boobs out or are they just in a bathing suit? Like, that's kind of a more important, like, if you're going to see boobs every hour or happy hour, okay. War Garble says, Luke, bro, the pierogi is already plural. Have some pride, bro. That's true. Pierogi is plural. He got you on that.
Tell me how to speak
verbal
my
skills
language.
are not
All right.
his forte.
I want to see your Polish card.
Relatively, I am 50% Polish.
Really?
Yes. My mom's maiden last name is Dezemski.
Sounds pretty Polish.
Yeah. Relatively Objective says, WNBA should lean into it and say, we hear you. We are offering you profit sharing as an alternative to salary, and just let them work what they're owed. Yeah. Somebody broke it down. It's like they would all owe $400,000 a year to like get what they're worth. Our sergeant says, my wife's version of watching women's sports is watching the reality show about joining the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader squad.
And they just got a huge raise because they're doing it right.
Yeah. Women's sports suck, except Olympic beach volleyball. There, I said it had to be said. I mean, I would agree with
that was coming.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I'll watch that. That's kind of it. Let's see. Ladies golf, no. Everything women do in sports is slower and dumber than the men's. I guess I would watch ping pong, women's ping pong maybe, or women's chess. Obviously women's beach volleyball, maybe competitive log rolling. That might be fun. Some lumberjack games. That'll be all right. But the only way these girls are getting more money is they start wearing bikinis, because it's the only thing that's going to sell freaking tickets. I don't know. Have you seen some of these women?
I don't think I want to see that.
Have you seen who we traded?
Griner in a bikini?
Yeah. Have you seen Brittany Griner? There's pictures of him topless, and it's like the worst kept secret in the world. Like, Brittany Griner is a man. He has shirtless photos where he clearly does not have breasts. I've seen all sorts of boobs, big boobs, little boobs, tiny boobs. They're still boobs. This individual has pecs and also sounds like a man. Like, it must be one of those genetic anomalies. Like, what's a boxer? Who won gold?
The man one?
The Born a Man. Yeah. Super Mercer Bro says, Becker Pecan Farm in Wilcox, Arizona is owned by white Jewish Spaniards. Cough. My wife and they do all their own packaging, no Mexicans or illegals. Yeah, I mean, we used to use only Americans on our farms in this country. Pinochet's helicopter says, every penny used on illegal immigrants should be taken out of the property and homes of Democrats. Start with globalist donors and work their way down. By then, their peasant foot soldiers scatter. Mad Max says, why do you think Hunter wipes his ass when he shat himself while snorting blow off Obama's daughter's boobs? Those are all things that people speculate happened. Skyline says, I know a girl who came in with a student visa, claimed asylum, then dated guys to get a green card. Last I heard, one ex shot the new boyfriend, then himself in front of her in Queens back in April. Basically a prostitute. Nice. Pinochet says, disappointing you cannot piece things together. The fact that you don't see the Epstein case and Obama ceding sovereignty to the globalists as connected. I mean, that's a stretch. Joshua says, the news is all a bombshell without the required internal components to make the bomb go boom. Yeah, it's literally a bombshell. Yeah. Seems intimidating, but it's just cool looking at the ornament. Colomax says, why does it feel like the two people doing the most in this administration are the former Democrats, Tulsi and RFK Jr.? Because they are.
Yeah.
The Wolfman says, I was picturing Jeremy as Brad from the Fast Times at Ridgemont High when Phoebe Cates was climbing out of the swimming pool. Cam says, the saying young, dumb, and full of cum didn't fall out of the sky. Yes, it did. Or no, it didn't. I wanted to talk about Hannah Claire's favorite band of merry men here. The Nelk Boys. The Nelk Boys decided that they wanted to get in. I mean, let's be honest. This is 100% a paid interview. Paid in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Whether through access or with actual physical dollars or big time sponsorship deals.
There's a 0% chance that the Nelk Boys think their audience gives a crap about Bibi Netanyahu. Like, the Nelk Boys didn't get to the size that they are, not understanding their audience. This was a big payout. Or somebody said, like,
or Donald Trump told them. Donald Trump was like, "Hey, we need you to do this interview."
That's exactly. Yeah, that's where I was going. Yep. Yeah, Donald Trump said no more Trumpy time unless you get some BB time.
Yeah.
You know. What do you think about this, Hannah Claire?
I actually don't know, being totally honest, I don't know a ton about the Nelk Boys. Like, I know generally who they are. It is fascinating to me that this, like, get a politician on a popular non-political podcast and see their popularity skyrocket is now spreading international. Stop biting me. Sorry, that's my cat.
I would hope so.
She's like a vampire. Like Thomas Massey was on Theo Vaughn recently, and I sort of am like, okay, enough. Go back to your regularly scheduled, like, Unusual People podcast.
Yeah, can we chill on this?
Right, it's worse for me. And again, I don't know a ton about the Nelk Boys, but it's worse for me that it's now, like, international. And I'm not saying because of Israel. I'm just saying generally, like, let's stop this shtick.
Why did you whisper it?
Because you always make fun of me, and I'm feeling sensitive and bullied today.
Well, the video currently is 1 hour long. First of all, it's a banger because it only has 60,000 views.
What's normal for them?
Well, if we go to the Full Send podcast, now 60,000 in 1 hour probably means that they're going to get, here they did Dana White, 1.1 million, John Jones, 1.3 million, Bill Maher, 600K.
They just did a premiere now, like as I was shooting my video right before this one, it was premiering, so it just premiered.
Yeah, so it probably has 100K views. You can generally take a look at the total number of likes and then know that that's 10% of the views. So it probably has probably about 130, 140,000 views. Let's see. Kyle might be the dumbest CEO the corporate world's ever seen. Reputation takes you years to build and seconds to ruin. And just like that, Nelk has destroyed the reputation. Zero pushback. You literally just let a war criminal talk freely for an hour to millions of fans. Yeah. This is, I mean, what do you think about this, Luke?
I mean, when you have someone like that on your show who's an extremely controversial figure, you have to present yourself as someone who, of course, is going to ask them not just softball fluffer questions and get on your knees and suckle his junk in front of everyone to see. All right? Because then that's exactly what the Nelk Boys did. And again, they're mainly Canadian, right? And they represent some, a new group of podcasters. And I think they did this, and I think they were potentially probably paid to do this or given access to do this, because if you look at all the other podcast bros, you look at Theo Von, Tim Dillon, Joe Rogan, they're all saying, hey, we shouldn't be bombing the world. We shouldn't be bombing the Middle East. We should release the Epstein client list. Now it's like, oh crap, we got to save face with the podcasters. The corporate media is dying. Now we have to influence the podcast world, and that's exactly what they're doing here. If you have Benjamin Netanyahu on your show, you don't ask him about cheeseburgers. You don't say, you like Burger King or McDonald's?
Is that what they asked them?
How's the White House? Oh, you're like besties with Trump now, aren't you? You don't acquiesce and suck up to power. You ask them legitimate questions. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be confrontational, but you at least do your job to do a little bit of research to appease both sides. And that wasn't done here at all.
But I think that's why again, I assume what do they normally talk about? Like video games, sports, whatever. Like
no, like they're like UFC guys and like.
Okay. So
no, they talked about
guys,
politics. They talked with Donald Trump, right? They talked about they were at the RNC. We saw them at the RNC. They were part of the influencers at the RNC. They were part of that like group.
That's fair. That's fair.
Talking to.
Sweet
so they are extremely politically active and extremely active in the culture. So no, they are political players.
I would wonder if even the RNC, all of these people, even Trump to a certain extent, have them give them access because they only want the softball questions, and to a certain extent the Nelk Boys are aware of that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think if you have the opportunity to ask hard-hitting questions, I would hope that you could take advantage of them, but it seems like that's not their brand. Like they're there to be sort of like, oh, you're fun and we're making you more human. And maybe that's why, like maybe they know that to a certain extent, and so they're shying away from things that maybe a journalist or someone like Luke, who's more experienced, would be like, no, I have to ask this because it's part of my calling.
Yeah, I mean, here's their, they definitely are like not that smart, but they are like dude bros, and people like their dude bros. Oh God, what did you just send me?
I'll bet you. I sent you something controversial.
Oh my God, we'll get to it.
You're gonna react and get angry about this.
Yeah. Everybody. But
listen, this is a direct response to Theo Von. Let's not kid ourselves here. If it wasn't for Theo Von making the comments he did about Gaza, this would have never happened.
Oh, that's a good question. Because Theo Von, who did he have? He had a politician on for that episode.
He brought it up when JD Vance went on for his second interview. Because they did one while JD Vance was the vice president or the Republican nominee. But then during that one, he's like, come back when you're vice president. And then I thought it was cool that Theo Von was like, look, this is how I feel about this issue, and I'm curious about it. There is a place for people being able to interview politicians in different formats, not just like the sit down, Fox News, whatever. But I think in this case, you're seeing a political figure take advantage of it to try and rebrand themselves to the audience of these podcasters.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got for the hard.
And where there's no daylight between an American president and an Israeli prime minister, amazing things can happen.
Well, that was really a convenient. What do you mean? There's no. What can Israel do for America? Like Israel exists because America allows it. Because America. Maybe that's not the best choice of words, but like
people in the chat room are saying the Nelk Boys.
The Nelk Boys. Yeah, I mean, why do we? I mean, look, I'm not like full on like an HCBer, but like this is like I pick a random moment. He's like, amazing things can happen when the United States president suckles on my teat. Like, what can Israel do on its own? Without American defense and American treaties protecting them. Literally nothing. Okay, so and that's okay. But stop acting like Israel has anything to offer America. I don't even understand. This is like this guy is delusional.
Yeah. Well, the fact that this was met with just no pushback or just softball questions, that's the issue. Because, even when Tucker Carlson interviews like Putin or the president of Iran, there is some pushback. There's like, okay, people say this about you. How do you respond to this? You know, you don't have to be confrontational. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be contentious, but you could bring up the kind of elephant in the room. And they didn't bring up the elephant in the room. And the vast majority of people are being like, yeah, you guys are just propagandist shills right now, because that's what propagandists and shills do. It's also interesting that when they interviewed Donald Trump, they were wearing like jeans and T-shirts and hats. But for this one, you know, they literally like dressed up to the nines with suits and looked extremely different than they normally do, which was probably a demand from Benjamin Netanyahu that says, you're going to dress up like I want you to dress up. You're going to dress up in a suit to talk to me. And they didn't do that for Donald Trump, which also is very telling.
That's really interesting. This guy might be, I mean, look, there's no denying the influence the Nelk Boys have. But most of their influence now comes because it's tangential to Donald Trump. I'm sorry. Every bit of like fame they got was by getting with Dana White.
Yeah,
Dana White got them into Trump, you know. And my question is, how many more podcasts are going to come out this week? Because he probably did 5 or 6 of them. Don't you think?
This was recorded last week. Laura Loomer says she's so excited. She's very happy to see this on Twitter.
Well, Laura Loomer is Jewish. So, I mean, you know. Oh, an ad.
Really quick, I want to let you guys know about MoonPay, because when I
described as such, they pay for slave. The more Jews you kill, the more they pay the murderers. I mean, that's a death
Which is crazy, yeah. Some of the anti-Semitism I see is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Name one thing. Name one thing. I bet you this guy doesn't even know what anti-Semitism is.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you, I'm an American Jew, and it's hard to
okay, maybe he does now.
identify as that.
I understand.
You almost don't even want to own it.
But I think we just changed history. I see American Jews are very proud now. Jews around the world are very proud because we, these guys were out to murder us and do another Holocaust. You know, the Holocaust, the Nazis murdered 6 million Jews. There are now 7 million Jews.
Hannah, Claire, 6 million?
You didn't even get my name right. You're fired.
Close to 8 million Jews in Israel. They want to murder all of us, and they say so. And all of a sudden, you know, unlike the Holocaust 80 years ago, we were completely defenseless, you know, and they butchered us.
I like how they put their watermark on here because they know people are just going to cut this up for shorts. That's actually smart. That's good business.
We're not defenseless, but we are targeting them. And even though we have to fight the vilification that is happening in America too, you know, ultimately.
Didn't they just bomb a hospital?
A church.
A church.
Catholic
The
church.
only Catholic church.
Yeah.
The only Catholic church in Gaza. And I wonder if they asked them about that.
Nope.
I don't think so, but I
No,
haven't
they
watched it.
didn't ask him about that. I saw Michael Knowles brought it up in his video. And
did he do a video in response to the Nelk Boys, or
no, he did this video like Thursday or Friday, and I retweeted it. I was like, he's gonna get Candace Owens.
It looks like the Nelk Boys are facing a lot of pressure since I think they're doing like an emergency live stream with Nick Fuentes now.
An emergency live stream.
Are you serious or no?
Yeah, here, I just sent it in the private chat.
No way. This
yeah.
gotta be a joke, right?
I don't know.
Nick is now on the Nelk Boys. Kick.com. Oh my God, what are they doing?
I like it. They're going at both ends of the spectrum here.
He is.
Yeah, he's on. He's on right now. And Steiny and the other guy look like they're seeing a ghost.
Oh my God, look at this. What are they doing?
They look so comfortable. I mean, goodness gracious.
Oh my God.
I sent you the clip, but they look so uncomfortable. They look like they're sitting on like thorns, and Nick is just going off on them.
Here I say, after massive backlash over glazing Netanyahu, or I'll just say Bibi. Yeah, it's B-I-B-I, right? Hannah Claire?
I wouldn't know.
I think you would know more than any of us.
Yeah.
Why?
The
Why do you
Nelk Boys
think that?
are.
Because you're talking about them all the time.
I literally said nothing in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. This is gonna be great. Their faces. Oh my god. This I just happened to grab a random this is not the way. Like, Nick Fuentes is not the opposite of BB. Like, if you wanted to do anybody, like
like, what do we're destroying our whole careers in one day.
Yeah, I mean
we
I mean, no, I am not kidding. And then I have like, here, I'll just put this like, what were they like?
No, I'm gonna go
boy, we didn't push back on Bibi Netanyahu enough. Who should we bring in? I don't know. Nick Fuentes, the guy that everyone says is literally like a Latino Hitler. I don't. So they're trading out their normie audience for groypers. Is what it seems like
they
now.
ruffled a lot of feathers. They pissed a lot of people off, and I think they were watching the chat room because I was watching the premiere on YouTube.
Yeah,
it was nothing but like LL. What are you doing this? And then like randomly there was like Israeli flags being posted. But overwhelmingly, it was just like, wait, why are you guys like a propaganda arm? Like, why are you guys giving me state-funded propaganda from the Israeli government? And the vast majority of the people were kind of pissed in the chat room.
I wish I could I wish we could replay the live chat, but it looks like they don't have it set up to that. Like, oh wait, live chat replay. Here we go. Let's just see. Can you guys see it? Am I on the right screen?
No.
No, you can't see it. Hold on. There. I mean, at least have Candace Owens.
And all of a sudden, you know.
Like, at least. Okay, here's a live chat replay. Let's see the beginning here.
Quickly, Jared, how can you
have to spell out what BS is? He cuts through the BS. He goes right to the point.
It's all Palestinian flags, poop emoji, L.
Get right to things.
Any Zio rats in here, spam W's. Groypers will win. Now maybe Nick leaked that this was going to happen and the chat was just full of his groypers. You know, it's possible.
No, I mean, they announced it. It was on social media. Like, hey, we're going to be premiering the Netanyahu interview soon.
Find that tweet. Let's look at the response to it. Well, boys, I mean, hey, you got more money than I'll ever have. Now you have even more, apparently.
I mean, I feel like it's something that I don't know, but it seems like this is something they're gonna be able to walk away from, even if they're momentarily getting slammed. It doesn't seem like.
Of course, they'll be fine.
Yeah,
they'll be fine. This is not going to be something that.
I don't know. I mean, they're interviewing Nick Fuentes now. I think
that's bad. Like,
that's going to get them canceled from both sides here. So I think everyone's going to be pissed off at them now.
Yeah, I mean, coincidentally, they did not interview him on their YouTube channel. There's 29,000. Oh, it's literally called Addressing the Pod. That's even worse. Like, I wonder if he's going to get them to admit that they were paid. Addressing the Pod with, why would they bring on Nick to, like, why would they, oh my God, this is bad. This is bad. Like,
Israel, can we see what they're saying?
Gaza. Yeah, I got it.
They left. They held elections in Gaza, and the people.
Well, I want to see how they start it.
No, the speech started with them talking like, "Oh yeah, we could do this." There's people in the chat room like, "You should do this."
Come on. Oh my God. Oh, here.
Holy fucking shit! The stream has started. What up, chat? Give it to us right now, chat. I want to see it.
This is a cope. This is a cope.
Should be the craziest chat of all time. What's up, Kyle? Kyle showed me out. Sellouts. You got everyone mad. I hate Iran. Sellout. W. L Pod. BB's a war criminal. Damage control.
Okay.
Sellouts, fuck Iranians. Jesus Christ.
What did you think was
Guys,
going to happen?
We had this kick planned. I want to say too, we're just going to be addressing.
No, you didn't.
This
No, you
entire
fucking
podcast,
didn't.
This entire situation. We had this kick planned because, guys, did you guys not think that we didn't know what type of hate we were going to have by having the Prime Minister of fucking Israel on?
But why
we're
would you?
obviously aware of the hate that we were going to get by having him on. This is not some sort of damage control thing. I think this is just we just kind of want to talk to you guys about this entire pod, which is it's obviously what the fuck, who just texted me? Steiny's gonna be popping in here. We're gonna be reading chat, reading some comments. Comments are fucking crazy. How many people we got in here? Almost 15,000.
I guess you ride
We
it.
may have some people popping into this stream as well. We hit up a bunch of people. Steiny in the house.
Not wearing suits this time.
Nope.
We're getting fucking killed online.
I wore a suit for you guys.
Having a drink?
Yeah.
You are auditioning to take over Colbert's show, and we all know it.
Right.
Now it doesn't matter.
Yeah, now it doesn't matter.
Chat, what's good?
Chat's going crazy right now. Guys, we just want to really.
Are they going to do the
podcast and be fucking?
Are they going to do that?
To be honest with you
this
guys,
fourth dimensional chess thing,
stuff like that, and where we stand. I'm probably going to have to say this. Let's get right into it though.
Were you paid?
Gabe, can we read some comments first? Let's start.
What did you get in exchange for this interview?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Chat a little more too. Fuck you, fuck Israel, free Palestine.
Read comments where?
W pod.
On. What if the payouts just? Let's say they killed half their audience, but they got $10 million. Would they care?
You're a piece of shit.
I think so. I think a lot of I mean, they're great business people, right? They're very smart.
That's true. Their drink stuff works pretty good.
So would they rather have a short pay cut, or this could be a way of just doing maximum outrage to have everyone talk about them too?
Yeah, they are the center of attention right now for sure.
Well, people are talking about boycotting Happy Dads now. And
But yeah, guys,
I don't think
we
people
are
should be
not
drinking beer. I think also promoting. Listen, these guys do nothing but promote gambling,
and alcohol, and those. I think they do the Zin stuff too.
Well, they were big promoters of Zins, which are filled with also. What was it in there? Artificial sweeteners, aspartame. So they're big pushers of aspartame, gambling, and alcohol, which is all degenerate type of stuff that has very negative karmic consequences.
That's what I said.
Do you know, Hannah Claire was saying there's one specific group of people that are behind pushing all that kind of stuff and then pornography too. I don't remember what she said there.
Hated man.
I think it was Tibet, but I could be wrong. They're up to a lot. People don't trust them. I'm just kidding.
That's true.
That is fine. Nobody.
They have those squinty eyes.
We would have not gotten this type of response. Do you think?
No. This entire topic, Israel-Palestine, is more relevant in America.
Of course.
So that's why this.
And what I want to say too, guys, let's read these comments because I want to make sure everyone's in here before.
I guess monetize the hate,
so you guys can clip it up. I don't want to have to repeat myself all the time, but. Comments here. Imagine having a guy who is committing a genocide on your podcasts. This shit feels so dystopian. Reputation takes years to build and just seconds to ruin. Sold out so hard. I remember when you guys had 40K subs. Which one? Well, I want to read this one. This one hurts. 40K subs. You guys were doing pranks and now you're interviewing war criminals. We're gonna address this all. What? This one?
Wait, no. Go back to that one.
Brought to you by APAC.
So I think people are also like when we had the opportunity to do this, it wasn't also just like.
Let's talk about that. We have to really talk. I want to just get in all these comments, but
get to the
Nelk Boys
part.
have made it interviewing Satan himself, Netanyahu trying to win over the youth, who hate this ass through
his ass.
Oh, hate his ass. Hate his ass.
Yeah.
You can't make this up. Nelk challenged Netanyahu on this entire podcast. It was love for Burger King over McDonald's.
You expected that.
Of course. I don't think no one's gonna give us credit
for what?
Actually asking him some decent questions, but
I haven't seen one.
Their audience is
what?
Kyle is so classless. I'm never watching y'all stuff again.
If there was one, it
And
would have
then
been
just a
all
lot
over.
of fans saying they've
all
supported
over
this.
them.
Basically, the message of this is people are not happy. I will say, I've gotten a shit ton of texts
For people who are happy, I bet.
love the podcast.
I knew it. They
So
always
I'm
say
obviously
that.
just not going to say their names because people are, they don't want to speak up. But this is what
Then
I
they're
wanna
not your
say.
friend, by the way.
I want to be honest with you guys right now. How many people we got in here?
Yeah, why don't they say anything now?
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to say this if you.
If your
haven't
friends
to
only
get more
support you
people,
privately, then they're not your
if we get
friends.
Different guests. I might sound a little bit repetitive, but I really want to fucking get this off my chest. So let's talk about this Benjamin Netanyahu interview. All right. So I want to tell you guys my opinion on what a podcast is.
No, come on.
And
Where are you
I
paid?
can't speak for other podcasters, okay? So there's a ton of different podcasts out there. There's some great podcasts out there. And some people will have podcasts that they have, their friends on.
Oh my
or
God.
people that they like, or people that
Yeah,
they have good
get to the
relationships
point,
with.
bro.
Full Send podcast, and like I said, other podcasts.
Here we go.
podcasts do
It's
whatever
just
they
a.
want.
We're not a
But
political
on the
show.
Full Send podcast, what we do and what our style is.
I can tell already.
Is we will have the most controversial people on this fucking planet on the podcast.
That's your.
Hate it or love it. That's the way it's always been. All right. We've had Trump on in 2020 when it was fucking crazy. We've had O.J. Simpson.
Oh yeah, it
on.
was real hard to have a guy that had 75 million votes on your
That's
show.
just our style. All right. Other podcasts can do whatever they want, but guys, on the Full Send podcast, if we get the opportunity to have someone crazy controversial on, we're gonna take it. Because what I think the
Does
purpose
anybody?
of
Do either of
Full
you
Send
buy this?
podcast is
This was set up. We know this was
we
set
have
up, right?
Controversial people on. We ask them questions. Obviously, we're not the best fucking journalists. We're
You're not a
claiming
journalist.
To be fucking Piers Morgan or fucking Brett Baer.
Those are the
but we're gonna
standards?
ask them questions.
Brett Baer and
They're gonna
Piers
give
Morgan?
answers. And
Very
guys,
weird.
this is the point of the podcast. We leave it up to you guys as the viewer to form your own intelligent opinion.
Oh, that's such a
I
cop
think you
out.
guys are giving us way too much credit as Nelk, and you're not giving yourselves, the viewer, enough credit. All right, like just because we have
Gaslighting
someone
them.
on
This
our
is your
podcast,
fault.
This
and
is the
obviously,
wildest
we
shit
have
I've
a
ever
platform,
heard.
loyal followers, but just because we have someone on our podcast, you guys aren't gonna fucking start automatically sucking their dicks and be like, "Oh my God, Nelk had this person on their podcast. I love them now." Like you guys, as the viewer, are not giving
Oh
yourselves
my
enough credit,
God.
I think, and I think this interview is clearly
Luke,
an
why?
example of we have someone controversial on.
I think we know
ask them
why.
questions.
The
Sure, we can
money!
press them a little harder. We're not claiming to be.
I think we're told why
And
every
you guys
day in the
watch it
private
and you
chat
guys
by
form
someone
your
here
own
on the
opinion.
show.
And
Yeah.
that is a
Jeremy.
perfect example of this podcast where
I learned it from you,
this is
Mom.
proof that, platforming
No way.
someone-
You've
we-
been at
why
this
did you
game way longer than I
platform them?
have. You could probably
Platforming
say
them
how much
does
they were paid to have this guy
Platforming
on.
them can actually be
I think he said
counterproductive
6 million.
if they don't do a good job. And go read the comments.
It seems like a
Go
little
podcast, read the
overinflated
comments.
number.
Oh, it's probably much less than that, though. The real numbers.
Platformed him and didn't do shit. You guys.
I could never question
Jesus, Shanna Claire wrote that in the chat. I read it out loud. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
You
And
liar.
guys, that's just the Full Send podcast. So, yeah, I mean, that's what we
Why
think
don't-
it is.
Why don't you tell them too who we want to have next?
Yeah, and honestly, before this podcast even came out.
Are you gonna have Putin?
Actually, before we even did the podcast, I hit
Drinking
I
on
have
stream.
a bunch of pro-Palestinian friends, obviously, guys. Like,
Oh,
we're not-
obviously.
we're just because we had Netanyahu on this podcast, we're not on either side of this issue. And even before we did this pod,
You mean the
I hit
Jew
up
isn't
lot
on a
of my
different?
pro-Palestinian
He said
friends,
he's
asked them
Jewish.
for questions. That's why we asked them, like, why are you starving people in Gaza, etc.
Did he ask?
And
Did they
we're
ask
actually
that?
already planning to have a pro-Palestinian on the next episode of the Full Send podcast.
Yeah, who's that?
So,
Who?
I'm talking to my boy Bilal Muhammad, who I follow, and I always watch his pro-Palestinian posts, and I follow them and I read them. And
It's gonna be Hassan Piker.
Definitely read them, he says.
Oh, he
And
definitely reads
obviously
them.
He wasn't
Yeah.
happy that we are having Netanyahu on. But
It's a little different. Is it?
The other
guys,
side an opportunity.
we're gonna give the other side the.
Is it a little crazy to say? I don't think it's the same to have the president of Israel, the guy that's being accused of committing these crimes, doing PR, and a Twitter personality. I don't think bringing on Nick Fuentes is the same as bringing on, I don't know, whoever the leader of Palestine is. That's the only equivalent.
Yeah.
Is like somebody on the ground in Palestine who's going to give their own version of things. It's not Hassan Piker or Nick Fuentes. I think they had Nick on because they were getting crushed. I don't think that they planned on having Nick on. I don't think that. I think
that seems obvious when they're like, we always have the most controversial people on. Right,
and then they said
on after you have Netanyahu on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I this is all. I think this is all cope. Like this is crazy.
And I feel like we're just that's just the way we roll, bro. And I think that someone has to do it. And if we have to fucking
only somebody could host Bibi Netanyahu
and be the bad guys.
This is crazy.
Controversial people on. I think we're willing to do it.
100%.
And guess what? We're still.
Oh, I'm convinced, guys. The Nelk Boys are actually the heroes that America needs.
Yeah.
Well, and they're chatting.
When nobody else would
underestimating themselves. Like
Yeah.
this is a weird.
When nobody else would platform Bibi Netanyahu, the Nelk Boys did it. That is
the heroes that we deserve.
Gadzooks. I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not like we're getting just one side of the story, right? It's not like we're being just told one particular side of this conflict. I'm so happy they gave us so much of a unique story that we never keep hearing over and over again, especially on the social media. I'm so happy they provided us context toward such a nuanced issue that is rarely ever talked about from BB's side.
Yeah, man. I mean, if only I hadn't heard all of this on Fox News, CBS, MSNBC, from President Trump, and every major online news reporter, from the influencers who met with Bibi Netanyahu in secret. If only I hadn't heard this from all the neocons.
You don't understand. They are free speech saviors, and you're not appreciating their work.
That's right. I'm not giving myself enough credit, actually. I need to watch this 2 hours of uninterrupted Israel propaganda slop. And then I have to have the faith and know that I won't be fooled by it. That's the real thing here. Now I get it. Hey, by the way, I forgot. God, I know Luke and my mind are in the exact same spot right now. It's going to be a race to who puts out the video on this first. But the tell the people who you are, where they can find your content. We'll be live again tomorrow at 2 Eastern with lots of pop culture stuff to talk about too with Melanie Mack. But Hannah Claire, let the people know where they can find your content and all that other good stuff.
Sure. You can find my content on YouTube and Rumble. It's Hannah Claire B. I'm also Hannah Claire B on X. I put out a video today with a roundup of news you might have missed last week. And I'll have another video out later this week. I bet some of you can guess what it'll be on. Thanks to those of you guys who have already subscribed. Juice? Again, it's Hannah Claire B on YouTube, Rumble, and on X. Luke, you selling tea today, or are we promoting a video?
I've been working really hard on the videos. I'm gonna have another one, just like Jeremy will, right after this one.
In about 18 minutes, you should. Before 4 o'clock, you'll have 2 new videos coming out.
So I'm gonna be releasing a lot more content. There's a lot of other Epstein stuff going on right now. A lot of other cope stuff that I always like to be honest with my audience about. Unlike a lot of other
bombshell. The Shady Bunch. Donald Trump posted a meme. Boop, boop, bah, bah, they're going to jail. We won. Yeah.
Right. Pop the champagne. Let's go.
Oh, Trump's going off, guys. Benny Johnson. Yeah, Benny Johnson just posted a picture of a stolen meme from. Wow, they're wearing orange shirts. I know I'm
Let's
satisfied.
roll,
Yeah. I sent you that clip.
I know. I saw it and I was like, I'm not watching this shit.
I sent you that tweet. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's something that we talked about in the beginning. But yeah, I also have tea. We're almost sold out of the lemon ginger tea.
You
can
should be
still get
getting
it.
some more soon, right? You ordered it?
Yeah, we re-upped. It's taking a little bit long, but whatever. We still have limited supplies left. We are Change.shop is where you get the tea and support me. But I've been going off on these videos, and I'm not holding anything back. And I'm getting a lot of interesting commentary, and I'm making a lot of enemies. And you know what? Whatever. We youtube.com/wearechange. Subscribe. I always appreciate your guys' attention.
Wherever you're watching, just hit subscribe or follow. If you're on Rumble and you're still with us, I have please consider subscribing to Rumble Premium. We get half of the money. Does Jeremy have a dildo with balls on his shelf?
Yes,
I do.
Me.
Luke got that for me. Yeah.
Aw, you
Very
guys are
caring,
loved.
considerate. It glows in the dark too. So.
Yeah, I know. It helps me find my way when I leave here at night. But if you join Rumble Premium today, your first month is free. If you go to rumble.com/premium, promo code FREEQUARTERING. They've already been taking around that. They told me to promote it using my regular $10 off annual. So I'm guessing they're going to deactivate that promo code this week. Please support the show. Rumble.com/premium, promo code FREEQUARTERING. And I really, really hope you'll join. Someone said the Nelk Boys are better journalists than anyone on the show based on the last 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and disagree with that. I don't think they are journalists. I think the Nelk Boys will be like me when I go on TRT and my divorce goes public, and I move to Vegas and I become a degenerate. But both Hannah Claire and Luke actually do real work. Someone on Twitter just went, Nick is currently running these two through a logical Auschwitz. Oh my God. But yeah, please do get that Rumble Premium. We get half of that. And also, if you're a Twitch viewer or you happen to have a Twitch subscription and an Amazon Prime subscription, please do get on over to twitch.tv/thequartering and subscribe using Amazon Prime. It costs you absolutely nothing, and you'll get a shout out, and we get a couple bucks from Jeff Bezos. Nobody can subscribe yet on YouTube, but I'm hoping when we get monetized, we can do a big push there. And I hope you guys all enjoyed the show, and we'll be back tomorrow at 2 Eastern. So bye, everyone.
Bye.